Alright, now I've got a Izzet Prowess combo-y deck that I just put together, and I'm running some cards that you don't really see, mainly Suit Up, which was just a common that was pretty much only good in draft, limited. But I think it actually jives really well here with Stormchaser Drake. You instantly get your card, and then you usually have some Suit Up by the time you're casting that. And so, kind of an idea that we've all seen 100 times with Izzet Prowess being small. We're only running 20 lands, and that's because of how much card draw we have in the Stormchaser Drake, Ancestral Angers, and then 4 Reckless Impulse to keep the value up. Electrostatic Infantry, I hadn't seen this card do much work, but I just, like I said, I threw this deck together in just a couple minutes, just kind of what I thought would be good and what I had in my collection. And I play tested it twice, and I played against Esper Control, and I rolled them over, despite them having Wandering Emperors. And the first game I played was against Mono Green, and they were comboing off. They got me to 3 life, and then I just had a huge swing with a couple Stormchaser Drakes out, and uh, Bloodthirsty Adversary casting Suit Up from the graveyard. It was really, really good, so I think this deck's got some potential. The 4 of Fable of the Mirror Breaker, while it doesn't really fit with this kind of deck, it still triggers Prowess on the Monastery Swiftspear for not being a non-creature spell, or for not being a creature spell. And sometimes the discard 2, will really, really help you get there. And I kind of just think that this is the best card in Standard right now. So why not play it? It does work. It has to be answered. It's just one of those cards that's so great. And then one of the fun little interactions with it that hopefully we'll get to see is you make a creature, you suit it up, it becomes a 4/5 till end of turn, and then you copy that creature. I think that works that way. We'll find out. Alright, Prowess deck. Well, it looks like I'm playing mono red. I swear I'm not. Got 3 lands and a Mirror Breaker. It's pretty powerful. By turn 4, I'll be untapping and discarding 2 cards to get 2 cards deeper. I really value the Scry here. The additional 2 damage from the double Prowess is nice. Blue mana is good. I'll keep that. I love that the Fable, the Mirror Breaker, triggers Prowess. Kind of synergy for this deck. Because typically Izzet decks, you really want to be playing... you'd rather be playing instants and sorceries than enchantments or just typical non-creatures. Like I got the Electrostatic Infantry as a 4 of in here. He doesn't benefit from the Mirror Breaker, but it's still such a good card, and it does trigger Prowess on the 4 Swiftspears I have. Alright, we get deep here. Get rid of these 2 lands. Oh my god, misclicked. Kept the land by accident. That's horrible for us. Alright, I'll bluff a spell here. Makes them more likely to block the 2/2 than just eating a Swiftspear. Especially because I played the Electrostatic Infantry first, it really looks like I have some sort of instant speed combat trick. Opponent doesn't bite. Good for him. Way to hold your resolve. I keep the Bloodthirsty there instead of attacking with a 2/2 haste, because next turn I'll play with fire. He'll get a counter. it'll trigger the infantry. He'll Bloodthirsty Adversary gets an extra counter, Prowess trigger on the Swiftspear, and of course casting the Play with Fire for free, essentially. What is opponent's line to get out of this? I don't think that does it. I do not think that cuts it, buddy. There we go. That's a W. What are we at? I think we could manage 3 wins in a row and get to Diamond. I just had a loss against a mono red deck that was on the play and won on turn 4. It was a 3-minute game, but cutting it from the video because those feel bad. It's not that it was a bad game. It was a game that I couldn't do anything to win, so not much value in sharing that kind of content where it doesn't really show what my deck can do. I don't know. Maybe I should keep those in. Another suit up, that's decent. Some sort of Jund graveyard deck. I think I just suit up again. The dream. Turn 5, we get Bloodthirsty Adversary for an extra 3. Suit up from the graveyard, draw a card, trigger him, trigger him. I would say this is the dream. Opponent probably gains 2 life here because of the pressure I'm putting on him. Yeah. I wonder if there's an angle here for Fable and Play with Fire on something. I think that's what I'll do. I mean, this suit up is really good. He's gonna be a 7-mana or 7-power trampler if I Bloodthirsty with a 3-power haste. I think I'll do this. Opponent decides to go to 2. He'll gain at least 2 life with the Gala Greeters. Probably sacks the blood token. Gain 2 life, create a treasure. Yeah. sack the blood token or the treasure? Or does he sack nothing? Assume he wants to gain life. Okay, I'll Mirror Breaker for the Prowess trigger. Even though it doesn't matter, it just gets chump blocked. I'll get in for both. Maybe shock the face, put him to 2, and then the trample damage kills him. That's a good decision. Opponent might live with 1 here if he if he sacks the blood token. Sacks his blood token, and sacks his treasure. Oh yeah, that too, that doesn't have trample. Very good. So yeah, opponent goes to 1. The additional 1 toughness block from the Gala Greeters was a good play. Pretty hard for him to come back from this, like the Fable the Mirror Breaker is a real threat. Still gonna have 3 creatures on board, but it's doable. Opponent's digging. What is he looking for? That's not gonna do it. He needs an answer. GG. Back up to 3 wins from Diamond? Yeah. Alright. This is a pretty risky keep. You know, you could play with Fire Their Face. I'm on the draw. Scry away any non-land, get to 3, and then start suiting up the infantry. But there's just too much that could go wrong. I can not draw a land, he could remove the infantry. That's a little better. It kind of pains me, but I think I'll get rid of the Mirror Breaker, as much as I love the card. Ah, game loves me today. Oftentimes you don't want to play the Stormchaser Drake when you don't have suit up or any kind of defense, especially early like this when opponent hasn't played any removal yet and he has 6 cards in hand. But in this case it's okay because I have a good follow-up turn anyways with the Fable the Mirror Breaker. Wow, all the Mirror Breakers. Cards like Suit Up, they get a lot worse when they don't have targets like Stormchaser Drake or Electrostatic Infantry. So I think I'll dig for lands here. Man, 4 toughness is a lot. Might just Drake? I think this is good actually. It's still pretty early. If either one of these survive after they transform, it's pretty powerful. So I went for it. That was a good negate. Okay, opponent's shields are down. This is the time to kill the Urza Lord Protector. It's not gonna happen. We'll see. We'll let opponent take 2 here, hopefully. If he blocks, he's just a wizard. How could he know? How could he know to block? I don't mind sacking the 2/2 goblin in exchange for a treasure there. I would have rather him live and him take 2 damage, but at least now I have 2 mana for 2 shore up. Kind of guarantees that Kikijiki should live. Late game, if I have 1 Bloodthirsty Adversary and 1 Reflections, I could really use a lot of mana up per turn with no cards in hand. Make a copy of that. When it enters, exile something, cast it for free. It's haste. It's a lot of damage. Now that is bad news. Typically this is the type of deck that wants to ignore planeswalkers and just go face and try to win. But when opponent's on 18, that is not a planeswalker you could ignore. You're scaring me, opponent. That sucks. I don't get the card draw from the suit up. It varies up to 2, draws another card, goes to 3. I could really use a Reckless Impulse or something here. Even an untapped land is actually good here. I'll just do what I'd said. Oh, you hate to see that. So that's a good tell that opponent has another Teferi in hand. Not a bad little rebuild for us, but it really sucks to lose the Kikijiki. I fully expected Teferi. Maybe he doesn't want to play it without some sort of protection on the battlefield for it. Opponent's digging. That's a good sign. So we really need something. Reckless Impulse. Stormchaser Drake. Land. Land is bad. So the Prowess trigger will make it so the Swiftspear lives, and then the infantry will get in for 2 extra damage. Opponent's at 11. And this is looking like a loss. Come on, Control. These decks are supposed to be, these games are supposed to be fast games for me here. Supposed to queue up, play, 3-minute games, next game. Makes it hard when you play things like Farewell and Teferi. Pretty quick memory deluge choices. Kind of indicative that he found something he liked. That's good top deck. No suit ups in the graveyard anymore because he exiled them all, but still a target in the play with fire. Now, do I go face or kill the Urza? If I shoot that Urza down, then it makes it so the Urza doesn't want to block. So it's essentially the same as going face, except not guaranteed. I'm fine with Urza dying. It's kind of good for me. If he chooses to block with it, I'm happy. I love to see that. We love that. He doesn't get the 2 life either. Yep, so that's fine. If I'd gone face there, he just with the play with fire, he would block Electrostatic Infantry and then take 1 trample damage. So that he'd be at 1? Or would he have died? No, he blocked 3 damage from the Swiftspear, so he would have died. Damn. Opponent has a lot of cards in hand. Gains 2 life, untaps a land. What does he have for 3 mana? That can make a big difference. 3 mana, Esper, instant speed. Basically any kill spells, but you haven't seen anything except Azorius. So, probably not playing any black. There we go. That doesn't... That means he's gotta gain life, or he loses. Let him react first. That's fine, now I'll go here. There we go. We got a win against Control once he was established. Pretty scary, but we did it. Come on, Izzet. Good enough for me. I'm not too picky. No Stormchaser Drake, I'm mulliganing. Jund? Do I want to scry? No, I don't think so. I think I'd love to have 1 mana spells with infantry triggers. Cut down, you hate to see that. I'll kill the Harvester here, grow our infantry. Next turn looks pretty straightforward. See if the draw changes anything. No. Just go infantry into anger on the infantry that doesn't have sickness. Thanks. And then get in there for probably 4. No point chump blocking the trampler. Opponent goes to 15. Hopefully we draw 1 mana something. Or Stormchaser Drake would be pretty great too. Could just hold the suit up. Opponent's got a lot of blood tokens. Works is twice the number, yeah, so we could -6 something. So that's fine. I think I'll hold the suit up to protect. Like, there, I could have cast suit up and dealt an extra 5 damage. Change its base power from 1 to 4, so it's an additional 3, plus the counter triggers on both of them. But putting on a 5 there, and then letting him kill one of them, probably the bigger one with the Harvester, it's not great for me. Now, I get to actually protect the infantry, grow them both, and they should both live, unless he has another removal. Yeah, so it goes for the biggest one, and then I suit it up. Oh, I wish it didn't auto-tap that land, in case I drew a suit up, or not a suit up, a shore up. A lot of ups in this deck. He could cut it down now. Doesn't have it. It's good. Alright, let's do this. Good game. Are we 1 win now? 1 win away. Alright, let's get it. Let's get it. Oh, deck is kind to me. Deck is kind. Oh no, we do not like enchantments. That was a good draw. God, should just kill the Generous Visitor on my last turn. Oh, I love that. Alright, cheeky cheeky. Probably gets the Generous Visitor back now. Or he discards the plains and ramps himself. Nah, discards the plains and gets the visitor back. Come on, game. Alright, that's not bad. Opponent's on 9. Almost have lethal. I could only save one, so I'll save the Stormchaser Drake and draw a card from it too. Yeah. Okay, well in that case I'll save the infantry that's big. Now I've got a solid 5/6 blocker. Okay, so if I cast Suit Up on the infantry, he'll become a 4/5 with 4 counters, so he'll be a 8/9. 8/9 trample. Is that good enough? No, I don't think so. I just go with the Drake, I suit him up. I discarded a red land earlier. I think? No, just a island. I've only drawn 1 red land. Oh boy. He takes the reflections, I assume. Yeah, reflections is too strong. Deck has outs. Opponent's on 5 life, so we definitely have outs here. Wait, how much damage is that? 10, 16? He's got exacts. I have no choice but to block. Oh my god, deck just does not want me to hit diamond this game. That's insane. There's so many ways, like 1 untapped red source. And then I just win. Or am I off by 1? Yeah, I'm off by 1 even then, because Suit Up doesn't do it. Ancestral Anger would probably do it. Draw 2 cards. No, don't think I'm missing anything here. Good game. Oh well, we'll get him next time.